Hey guys, I'm 97 here with another After Effects tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to be taking a look at how to fracture objects in 3ds Max, export them, and import them back in Element 3D so we can play around with it. Okay, so let's take a quick look at what we're gonna be creating. So you can see the spheres shatters into pieces and comes back in again. Okay, so let's just jump into 3ds Max and we're going to create a new sphere. And I'm going to show you two ways to do this. One is without using any script or any plugin, and the other one using the script called Voronoi Fracture. Okay, so we're going to start with the non-script or plugin shattering or whatever. Let's just create a plane. And it's going to modify tab and scroll down to find noise. I'm gonna check the fractal, and basically what we're doing here is making the plane not perfect, so it's not like a blade cut through the sphere. Okay, so now we're gonna make a couple of copies here. Click E to select the rotate tool. You can also just click up here and then hold down shift, rotate it. So this just makes a copy. Make sure it's a copy and hit OK. Now I'm gonna make some more copies here. Hold down shift, drag, OK, rotate it. It's not the same. Okay, so once you're done making some copies, you can just select a plane and go to the create panel and scroll down here till you see compound objects, and you want to make sure a plane is selected, doesn't matter which one, and click Pro Cutter. Now down here you want to make sure that auto extract by mesh is checked, explode by elements is checked, and stock inside cutter is checked, as well as stock outside. So up here you want to click pick cutter objects and hit H to bring the select by name tab, or you can just go here, edit, select by name, and you want to click the first plane and hold down shift, plane number 6, and pick them, and then you want to click pick stock objects, and of course once again click H, select the sphere and click pick. Now you can see it's shattered, and you're gonna delete the planes. So yeah, there we go. Now we have some problems here. You can see first off, there's the shadowy kind of like those lines. So we go render, or let's get them, select all of them, and just material, go render. You can see these lines, choppy lines, and those shadows, and that's the problem. I know how to fix this, but I think you can fix this. And yeah, but again, you can do some pretty cool stuff with this as well. You can see here I got this one. Is the same way I did it, this sphere. So you can see it shatters. This was a gold material on it. Looks pretty cool, optical flares, whatever. You can see it looks pretty good, as well as with doing it this way. Now let's just delete that, and we're gonna go ahead and do this using a script. So back to standard primitives, sphere, and let's just go to max script and run script, and I'm gonna put a link on the description to download this script, so you can download it and open it up. Now here you can see a little tab pops up, And there's not so many settings, just click pick object and pick the sphere. And don't want to touch anything else beside this parts number. So this is basically how many pieces you want the sphere to be shattered. So just say 35, whatever. And then once you're done, you just click break in. I'll take a second. Okay, so there we go. Now you have that sphere fractured. And click M. Let's select all. Let's put a whatever material in there. If we go render, you can see don't have those choppy lines or shadows or whatever. Okay, so once you're done, just go up here, File, Export, and let's just name this fractured sphere. And make sure it's an OBJ file because Element only reads OBJ file and Cinema 4D as well. So if you have a Cinema 4D, that's good. Click Save and Export. Okay, we're done. Now back here in After Effects, let's just create a new comp. Whatever options you want, that's looking good. And let's just create a new solid background. Make a quick ramp. And the ramp effect is actually really cool effect to create some great backgrounds. Some brighter, so there we go. Play around with it. Get a cool looking background. Okay, so we're gonna create another solid. Now you can go up here, layer, new solid, or you could just right click, new solid. And let's just name this element 3D, whatever, just element. And we're gonna go right click or go up here, effect, video copilot, element. And you can see it's blank, but you first have to go into the scene setup. And you can see all these buttons. So you want to go up here to import and select the fracture sphere and click open. Now we can go over to the presets and you got some basic materials, or you could buy pro shaders, which is like over 200 materials, but just gonna use a basic material here. Shiny, this looks good. Okay, so we're gonna hit OK. Now over here, this arrow, just click on it and go on wireframe. You can see the pieces, so that's looking pretty good. Okay, so let's check that. Okay, and you can see we have the sphere now, and we go down here, group 1, particle look. Let's just scale it down a little bit. And what we want to do is go particle look, multi-object, and enable that. So basically all those pieces now are separate from each other. So it's not just one sphere, but it's all those pieces. Okay, so if you go ahead, rotate this around, you can see all those pieces, or displace. You can displace it on all the axes, or just one. So you can see pretty much what I did here is keyframe these and animate it. So yeah, now we could add a camera as well. Layer, new camera, 35mm. Okay, so you can hit C for the orbit tool or whatever, or you can go up here, select here, click here, get the camera tool, and you can just orbit around. Now we're gonna go select the camera, hit P, and keyframe that for about 2 seconds, and just orbit around. You can see we got a little animation here. You can select both of these keyframes and hit F9, so it'll be like a smooth start and smooth ending. Okay, so back in Element, we're gonna go just explain a couple of stuff here. You can see scatter and displace. Now what scatter is that make the pieces just go all over the place, while the displace is like the pieces are blowing up from one point. So this is like a better looking one. You're gonna displace randomness, turn that up, turn this up, and displace randomness. You can see, and we can also keyframe the random rotation. I just do that pretty quick. Keyframe that and the rotation randomness, and we're gonna go forward like 2 seconds, sorry. And we're just gonna turn up the random rotation and the displace, so we got that cool blowing up. I can do this like again, coming together. I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's just preview this, and as you can see, it's pretty fast. If you would have done this in 3ds Max, it probably would have taken like, I don't know, like 10 minutes to render or something. But in Element is really fast. And we could also add motion blur in the comp. You see, it looks better now. And also, so the element solid layer, and click U. This just brings up all the keyframes that have been animated, and you can see this is all with just 4 keyframes. It's really an awesome plugin. And now we can select these as well and hit F9 just smooth. Preview now. So yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna take a look at some other examples, like this one. It's like from one sphere going to another. It's pretty much the same process. You have to fracture an object, which I already did. So let's just let me show you real quick what I did here. I'm going to scene setup. You can see I got 2 spheres, 2 objects, and one is put on group 1, the other on group 2. So that's what you want to do. Okay, right there. Group 1, group 2. That's what you want to do. Okay. So we got 2 objects, and you want to hit OK. And what I did here, of course, group 1, group 2, make sure the multi-object is enabled, and animation engine, scroll down here when you find animation engine and enable that. So what I did here, just animate the animation, just click the keyframe, stopwatch, just right click, revealing timeline, I'll go reveal it down here. So you can see just 2 keyframes. It's going from one sphere to another, so you can see what this does. So when it's 0%, it's just the first sphere, and 100% goes to the other sphere. Okay, so what's cool about this is that you can go up in the group 1, you can change the rotation of the first sphere, whatever you want to do, and it'll just right away it'll react to it. Okay, so just one more thing I'll show you. You can see this randomness. Let's just put the rotation back to 0. You can see the randomness here. If I put this down to 0, it's kind of like a messy transition here. So it's like the back part goes first and then the front part after it. So just turn to 100%, get a better look. Okay, so you can do this also with text. You know, it's like a text is coming up to pieces, and there we go. So you can just go in here, 3ds Max, delete that sphere, and in the, I don't know what this is called, shapes, and just zoom in here. select text and just click somewhere and just turn out this, turn that down the size. Type in whatever you want and go to the modify tab and click on modify list, and you can see bevel here. Just click that and you got some options here. And level 1, you just want to increase the height, you know, just like extruding the text. And you can even add a level 2 and level 3, so you can punch this up and make kind of like a edge, not too much because it messes up. So yeah, you're gonna export this. Actually, before you export, just run the script and pick object, same process, and whatever, how many pieces you want, break in and export it as an OBJ file, and you can play around with it in Element 3D. Okay, that's it guys, thanks for watching, and please hit the like button, or if you have any questions or a tutorial suggestion, comment down below and I'll help you out. So once again, thanks for watching, see you next time.